All right, friends. So in this episode, I am going to make chocolate meringue pie. My son loves this, and he specifically asked me if I would make one of these. And I thought, absolutely, because I haven't made one in a long time, but I definitely want one. So let's get started. I've got my recipe right here. All right, so it's gonna let me put this pot on because this is a cooked pie. So you're gonna cook the filling, and I'm gonna go ahead and add 2 cups of milk. And I'm finishing up a gallon, so I'll get about 1 3/4 cups. So I gotta still get another 1/4 cup of milk. All right, there's another 1/4 cup of milk. Wipe out that measuring cup. So now to this, I'm going to add a cup of sugar. Let's see here. So this is a 1/2 cup measuring cup. There's a 1/2 cup. Another 1/2 cup. And I'm gonna leave the sugar out because I'll be using the sugar for making the meringue. All right, so now I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of butter. Put that in there. And so now I just have to stir this until this is melted, the sugar's melted, till the butter's melted. Actually, let me put this burner on a different way. And then I'll be also adding in some cocoa powder, which I'm going to do here in just a minute. It's going to get 3 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Let's see. There's 1. 2. And 3. I'm also going to add a pinch of salt. Look at this, isn't that cute, y'all? My mom gave me that. It's so cute. Let's see. Here we go. I'm going to clean this spoon because I'm going to be adding some cornstarch. I'm going to go ahead and add 3 tablespoons of cornstarch. And there's the oven, which I have preheated to 325 degrees. I'm just going to keep cooking this until it starts to thicken up a little bit, but in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and separate these 3 eggs because I'll be using the whites for the meringue and I'll be using the yolks for the pie filling. Let me move this over. I'm also just going to go ahead and break these up a little bit. You don't want to add the egg yolks when the mixture is too hot either, because it'll cook them in the pie crust. I mean in the pie filling, and you don't want that. So and you've got to stir this almost constantly, because otherwise it will start to stick to the bottom. I do feel it starting to stick to the bottom just a little bit, but I'll get that taken care of. Take that off the heat. All right, and here's my pie shell. Mine was really frozen, so I popped it in the oven just to warm up with the oven. So but I don't really necessarily pre-bake it. But this is a good trick if you just take a frozen pie crust out and you need to thaw it up before you put the pie filling in the crust. It's a good trick to just let the crust warm up in your oven as your oven gets warm. So now, hopefully you can see this. Now I'm just going to pour the filling into the crust. All right, so there's the filling. So now it's time to make the meringue. All right, so now it's time to make the meringue. I'm going to go ahead and put those 3 egg whites in here that I separated earlier. I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of cream of tartar. I don't know what cream of tartar does, and I've never been so motivated to look it up, but I do know that it is possible to make this without cream of tartar. So if you don't have any cream of tartar, don't let that stop you from making this. I think it's supposed to help it not be nice and white and just look nice. And then I'm going to start with just 2 tablespoons of sugar. All right, let me get this down. Lock that in place. I wanted to test those peaks and see how they are. I think that's probably pretty good. Look at that peak. Can you see that? Let me see. Yep, that's good. So now I'm going to get that spread on the pie so that I can get it in the oven. And I've put the pie on this pizza tray, which I never use for pizza, but I'm just going to use this to make it easier to get it into the oven. And the trick with this is you want to get the meringue all the way to the edge of the pie. So and I like to just kind of go around and just make some little peaks to come up on the top of the pie. And then once I'm satisfied with how it looks, I'll put it in the oven. Oh, isn't that pretty? That's going to be pretty. Bit of meringue over here. All right, let me get this in the oven for 25 minutes at 325 degrees. And then I'll bring you back when it's done. All right, y'all, I think that the pie is ready. And it's gorgeous. I can't wait to show it to you. Look at there. What do you think about that? Let me bring this closer. How's that look? Pretty good, huh? So obviously this has to cool. I'm going to let it come down to room temperature. And then once it's come down to room temperature, I'll refrigerate it. I'm not going to dare think about cutting this until it's totally cool, because that way the slices will hold together. This is not like the Coca-Cola cake where I'm going to sneak a piece while it's still warm. I am definitely going to wait for this one until it's ready to cut. So that might, it's late at night now, so it might actually be tomorrow morning, but I'll show you what that looks like once I do it. Here it is, friends. That delicious, amazing chocolate pie with meringue. Very good. I hope you will make this. I hope you'll let me know what you think. And I just thank you so much for watching. See you again soon. Bye-bye.